Hi guys, welcome in. Today we're going to be taking a break from our D&D gameplay stuff and helping you guys build some characters. Today we're going to be talking about how to build a paladin. I'm Jason.
I'm George.
I'm Austin.
And this is Velvet Games. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about how to build a paladin. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that button to ring the bell, get some notifications. Comment below of how you guys would build a paladin or if we mess something up, because honestly, we probably will, but we like it anyways. So I'll get us started. How to build a paladin. Easy peasy. Oath of Conquest. Alright? You want to put fear into all your enemies because you're a big, strong boy that does magical damage? Oath of Conquest. You like AoE stuff and you don't want to be anywhere near any of your enemies? Oath of Conquest. Your channel divinity allows you to cause fear inside of an AoE and basically makes most of your opponents run away because your DC is so high. Don't worry, we'll get into how you build your charisma stat up at the end. And then you also get a guided strike. You like to hit your opponents? Oath of Conquest. It's not that hard, guys. It's the easiest way to just build the biggest tanky boy of a paladin with the biggest strong sword and just go boop. Or as my friend, not this Austin, but the other Austin go, Ooga boonga, strike hard. Ooga boonga, make people angry. Ooga boonga, I big. That's Oath of Conquest. As you level up,
do the exact same thing. So
right? Well, that's most paladins for you. As you level up, you'll get more into your aura of conquest, so it combines your conquering presence. You can look all this up, guys. I'm not telling you, but this is how I would build a paladin, right? So you get the Oath of Conquest, and now let's go into a little bit more of the feats and so on. Your number one feat that I'm going to go with is Mage Initiate. Because you could cast a first level spell, you can get some more cantrips, and that first level spell could be another, oh my gosh, we're building a paladin, and I can't remember what those things are called when you add on to a thing. It's a smite. Yes.
The most important thing about paladins?
Yes.
Editor, if you just want to throw in some, like, the little squiggly lines around my head as I'm dying of not being able to remember that. Anyways, yes. You throw in a smite. The last two brain cells. Guys, if you ever want to see a skit of my last two brain cells, it's these two. It's just these two in a room alone. That's it. Those are my last two brain cells. Anyways.
They're gone.
Yeah, half the time. Anyways, so you do Mage Initiate. You get some more smites. You get some cantrips that can do some extra damage. Or it can make you a little bit more versatile of like doing a firebolt or scorching ray or stuff like that where you can be like, boop, I'm running away. Here's 120 feet of a spell. Like, why not? And then we get into some magic items. Of course, I'm going to say Cloak of Displacement, guys. It's the go-to. But, as a paladin, one of my favorite magic items to use is a shield. Because, well, you're a paladin. Might as well use it. And there's a, I can't remember the name. So, maybe in the assets, they could throw it behind me or wherever it may be. Or in front of me. Cover my face with it. But it's a shield of ice where it can frost your opponents if they hit it and they have to hit a certain DC. I don't know. It'll be right here. Use that shield. Anyways, it's my favorite magic item as a paladin because you're just like, oh, you're going to hit me? I'm going to use the Sub-Zero move and turn you to ice. Done deal. And you just keep doing that until, you can hit them back. And when you hit them back, oonga boonga. Anyways, and now we get into the end of where you dump your skills. You dump all of your skills into charisma. You get the highest stat. That should be it. Then I like to go dex second, so you can make sure that you hit your opponents as quickly as possible. With a rapier, you're just almost dead on every time because it's probably like a +6, +7 at the lead, around there. And then I like to go constitution because again, you're the big tanky boy. I want to make sure everything you do because you're already charisma. So you should be able to talk yourself out of most situations. And then you're already dex, so you can probably run away from most situations. So if you put your constitution third, it's alright. Then everything else, wisdom, intelligence, strength, whatever. And you can throw it and mix it how you want. But yeah, that's how I build a paladin.
I'd always make the most weirdest stuff. Alright, I would do Oath of Vengeance. if I play a paladin, I want to hit things as hard as I possibly can while still being at least somewhat tanky. So more than likely, I would multi-class into barbarian so that way I can rage, making my combat abilities even stronger and making myself tanky all at the exact same time. And then, yeah, just hit things really sticking hard with the smites and whatnot. Feats. I would probably, since I'm not defense focused, I am extremely offense focused. I'm going to be using a two-handed weapon, not a sword and shield or whatever weapon plus shield. I would probably be using something like a halberd with stuff like polearm master, sentinel, maybe even like mage slayer. So that way my tactics is just going to be run straight in there and kill everything and not worry about how much health I have and just pray everything else is dead way before you are. So, yeah. Items wise. I mean, Cloak of Displacement would help for sure to make myself a little bit more tanky. But I'll probably get more items that increases my strength and constitution. Such as belts of giant strength and whatnot, to further increase my combat capabilities in damage, and for constitution also potentially helping me with defense. But when it comes to stats, this is where I would be a little oddball, because I know paladins are primarily charisma. I would put my primary stat as strength. Then my secondary status, charisma, and then my third one being constitution. The primary reason being is because although for most smites, just because you have more charisma doesn't necessarily mean more damage.
Sure.
So, if I'm primarily only doing smites, and I'm not doing spells or anything, I don't need to worry about the spell DC, I just want to hit you hard. So if I just put more points into strength, then charisma, so I still have that possibility, then do constitution for a little bit of tankiness, I get best of all three worlds, that I just destroy everything. I'll probably be wearing heavy armor, so I'm gonna be at least a decent bit tanky, plus raging. So that, and then with polearm master and all that type of stuff, I will be a menace. And all I need to do is just run inside of there and just slaughter everything. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Definitely a different build for me.
Yes, very much so.
For me, I prefer to build a Oathbreaker Paladin, and those tend to be really fun. They tend to be, let's say, Paladins tend to be, very righteous and very good, but Oathbreakers tend to be a little bit more chaotic and evil. They even have this aura of hate, which is very interesting to use. But I think for me, when I'm building it, one of the things is I want to do a lot of damage in general, especially with being an Oathbreaker. So I think you get great weapon fighting, and then you also get extra attack, which is really beneficial, especially as a Paladin, because you can almost double smite people. And then inside the Oathbreaker build, you can get this certain spell called Blade Bane, which to me, it might be the most broken spell in all of D&D, because you can
for marshals at least.
Marshal, yeah, at least for Paladin, you can look at the enemy, figure out what the enemy is through your intuition of what you fought before, and you can cast a spell to where your weapon makes that person vulnerable to all attacks, on top of smiting, and if you crit, so you're just doing crazy amount of damage.
Oh yeah.
It's actually insane.
I forgot Great Weapon Master. That would be another thing that I would be able to use with a halberd.
Yeah.
To do even worse.
Yeah, halberd or axe or anything that's
a heavy weapon.
A very strong weapon. So, but for me, is I put a lot of my points into strength to do more damage, and then charisma as well for my spell casting a little bit here and there. Because in the Oathbreaker, there's a couple of things. You have Dreadlord, and you have your Aura of Hate, and there's also some other things you have, which I can't remember now what it is. Your Dreadful Aspect is another big thing, and it just puts fear into everyone around you. And then you can even summon like a whole army of undead as well. So imagine having a evil paladin coming your way that does lots of damage with the army of the undead. It's kind of scary, and then he also almost being like a Satan worshiper, and also can lay on hands and do godlike abilities. It's kind of very
terrifying.
Terrifying. Truly chaotic. But yeah, those are probably my biggest things, I think. And also your resistances, you get big. So being able to pass through like stone skin, stuff like that is crazy. Just how much protection you can have. And then also another feat is alert and mobile. Those are two big things. Being able to also not be surprised by attack and get a +5 to your attack to your start of the roll is insane. And then what was the last thing I can remember?
And I'm over here like, I don't care when I go. It's just once I go, you're all dead.
I think overall, if you're trying to build a character that does a lot of damage but also hangs in the balance of good and evil, I think Oathbreaker is the way to go. You could really do whatever you want without having any consequences.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's definitely. So, and then,
items. I would say, obviously, Cloak of Displacement, but also Rings of Protection, just to increase the AC a little bit more. So when someone hits you, you'd be like, ha! Hit him back twice as hard. So I think that's probably the two big things. And like I said, the feats are always going to be... I mean, you can always think of all the Sentinel, Polearm Master. But I would say Mobile and Alert are two big ones to have.
Yeah, those are really good. And then where are you putting your skills at?
Most of my skills, I would say, like I said, would be Strength and Charisma, because that's my spell casting. And then my last one, I do like to have a better Dex. I know some people go Constitution, but if I have a high AC, I can put more into my Dex. So that's probably what I would do.
Some other spells that I kind of forgot, because you guys brought up some really good like spells and so on. Haste.
Yes, that comes with Oath of Vengeance. So again,
scary. Fully plated and running around.
Yeah,
full speed.
It's like, you're dead now. You're dead. Oh, guess what? I have 5 more attacks.
Yeah, exactly. Other magic items: hour and minute, as rapier and dagger, or whatever other like hour. I think comes in different forms, I believe, but the minute only comes as a dagger. You can fact check me in the comments. I don't care. So like hour adds gives you initiative to your or gives you advantage to your initiative, and then you can
the dagger of warning.
No. Oh, dagger of warning. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
dagger of warning.
There's multiple weapons that are of warning.
Right. Dagger of warning is the one that's, and then hour and minute is exclusively a rapier and a dagger. Hour lets you add another action. As expending its ability, you can only do it once per long rest, and minute allows you to add another bonus action. We'll put that on the screen for you as well. As my editor loves to hear, we'll add it in post, because that just gives him more work. But yeah, that's how we would build a paladin. Let us know in the comments below how you guys would. If you guys like stuff like this, or you guys want to see something specific, let us know, and maybe we could start working on that video too. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
For the record, we've been on break for like the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Scheduling conflicts.
Hey guys, you like D&D? You like making calendars that your calendar appointments that your friends can't come to? Boy, do I have a game for you. By Velvet Games, scheduling conflicts. It's where you plan to have conflicts with your schedules with your friends.
Yay!
Do you play anything else? Absolutely not. You sit at home watching anime while your friends are doing whatever they're doing.
And then cry in the corner while you wish you could play D&D.
Anyways, back to our normal scheduled program.
So we're here with Zach, and Zach, I have one question for you. Have you subscribed to Velvet Games?
Of course not.
Sucker, you haven't subscribed? I'll tell you what, you better subscribe, you better like this video, you better comment below, and you know what? You better go check out the Discord, the Patreon, and our website, momvelvetgames.com. And I'll see you at Summer Smash.